The stars twinkled above, casting a gentle glow over the world below. The moon shone brightly, illuminating the serene landscape with its soft, silvery light. It was bedtime. Everything was quiet and still. The cozy bedroom was bathed in a warm, gentle light, creating a perfect atmosphere for dreams to take flight. Can you hear the crickets chirping? Their song fills the night air, a soothing symphony of nature. Can you feel the cool breeze? It whispers through the trees, rustling the leaves gently. Tonight, we journey into a magical land far, far away. A place where dreams come alive and the impossible becomes possible. This land is full of wonder and dreams. Glowing butterflies flutter through the air, and magical creatures roam freely, inviting us to join their enchanting world. Close your eyes and imagine with me. Let your mind wander to this fantastical place where anything can happen. Let's whisper a magic word together. Shh. Feel the magic in the air as we prepare to embark on our adventure. The story is about to begin. Are you ready, little one? Open your heart and mind to the wonders that await. Our tale begins in a grand castle high on a hill. Its majestic towers reach for the sky, illuminated by the gentle glow of the moonlight, promising a night of adventure and magic. Princess Lilia lived in the castle. It was a beautiful castle, but Lilia felt lonely. The castle walls felt so high, the garden felt so big, she longed for a friend. One day, Lilia saw a butterfly. It glowed with golden light. The butterfly fluttered near Lilia. It seemed to whisper, "Follow me." Lilia, filled with curiosity, decided to follow. She wanted to see where it would lead. The butterfly led Lilia through the castle gardens. They walked past the fragrant rose bushes. They walked past the tinkling fountain. Soon they reached a secret path. The path led to an enchanted forest. The air shimmered with magic. Lilia felt a little scared, but also excited. She was ready for an adventure. Were you ready too, little one? Deeper and deeper, Lilia journeyed with the butterfly. The forest was alive with magic and wonder. Every step she took seemed to awaken the forest around her, as if it were welcoming her presence. Can you imagine walking through a magical forest? What creatures would you see? The trees whispered secrets to the wind, their branches swaying gently as if sharing ancient tales. Lilia could almost hear the stories of old, tales of forgotten times and hidden treasures. Did you know trees can communicate? They use their roots and the wind. The flowers glowed with soft light, illuminating the path ahead. Their gentle luminescence created a serene and enchanting atmosphere, making Lilia feel as though she was walking through a dream. What colors do you think these magical flowers are? Then, Lilia heard a sound. It was faint at first, almost like a distant echo. She paused, her heart beating faster, trying to discern what it was. Can you make a listening pose like Lilia? It was a soft sob, barely audible but unmistakable. The sound tugged at her heartstrings, filling her with a sense of urgency and compassion. What do you think is making that sound? Who is crying? Lilia asked, her voice trembling a bit. She looked around, trying to find the source of the sorrowful sound, her concern growing with each passing moment. Have you ever felt worried about someone? It was a willow tree. Its branches drooped sadly, almost touching the ground. The tree seemed to be weeping, its leaves shimmering with a melancholic glow. Did you know willow trees are often found near water? I've lost my laughter, the willow sighed, its voice filled with sorrow. The tree's sadness was palpable, and Lilia felt a deep empathy for the weeping willow. How can we help the willow tree feel better? A mischievous wind blew away my song, the willow continued. Lilia wanted to help. She felt a strong desire to bring joy back to the sorrowful tree. Can you think of a happy song to sing? She sang a cheerful tune, her voice echoing through the forest. The melody was light and uplifting, filled with hope and warmth. Let's all sing together. La la la. The willow tree swayed gently. It seemed to smile, its branches lifting slightly as if dancing to Lilia's song. The transformation was magical. Look how happy the willow tree is now. A soft melody filled the air, blending with the sounds of the forest. The entire woodland seemed to come alive with music, celebrating the return of the willow's song. Can you hear the forest singing? Lilia had helped the willow tree find its song. She smiled, knowing she had made a difference. The forest was once again a place of joy and magic. Remember, kindness can make a big difference. Lilia, feeling a bit braver, continued walking. The glowing butterfly stayed close. As they walked, the forest grew darker. The path ahead was hard to see. "Oh dear," whispered Lilia. "It's too dark. I can't see where I'm going." Lilia noticed tiny lights twinkling near a tree. They were fireflies, but they were trapped. A spider web held them tight. Carefully, Lilia freed each firefly. Soon, the path glowed with their light. Lilia could see again. The butterfly fluttered ahead, leading Lilia onward. The forest was filled with rustling leaves now. Something was hiding. Lilia could hear its little heart beating fast. "Don't be scared," Lilia whispered. "I won't hurt you." Slowly, a little bunny hopped out. It was lost and scared. Lilia gently petted the bunny. She gave it some berries to eat. The bunny, feeling safe, hopped back to its burrow. Lilia was happy she could help. Lilia realized she had been so busy helping others, she hadn't noticed how late it was getting. The sun was setting, casting long shadows through the trees, and the forest was beginning to take on an eerie, unfamiliar feel. She had ventured far from the familiar paths she knew so well, and now the way back seemed uncertain. The once welcoming forest now felt like a maze of towering trees and whispering leaves. The forest felt bigger now. "I want to go home," she whispered, her voice trembling. Every rustle of leaves and snap of twigs made her heart race. She hugged herself tightly, trying to muster the courage to keep moving. The darkness seemed to close in around her, and she felt very small and alone. But she knew she had to keep going to find her way back. Just then, Lilia and the butterfly arrived at a pond. The butterfly, with its gentle glow, had been her only companion in the darkening forest. It fluttered around her, casting a soft light that made the shadows seem less menacing. The pond appeared suddenly, its surface smooth and reflective, like a mirror under the moonlight. Its water shimmered. It was a magic pond. The glow from the butterfly seemed to dance on the water's surface, creating ripples of light that spread outwards. Lilia felt a sense of wonder and relief wash over her. She knelt by the edge of the pond, mesmerized by its beauty and the calm it brought to her troubled heart. Lilia looked into the water. She saw her reflection, and behind it, she saw her room in the castle. The image was so clear, it was as if she could reach out and touch it. She saw her bed, her books, and the familiar comforts of home. It was a vision that filled her with hope and determination. She knew the pond was showing her the way back. The pond showed Lilia the way home. The water began to glow brighter, and a path of light appeared, leading away from the pond and into the forest. It was as if the pond was guiding her, lighting the way through the darkness. Lilia took a deep breath, feeling a renewed sense of courage. She knew she had to follow the path. Holding the glowing butterfly in her hand, Lilia ran through the forest, back to the secret path. The light from the butterfly and the pond illuminated her way, making the forest seem less daunting. She ran with a sense of purpose, her fear melting away with each step. The trees seemed to part for her, and the path became clearer and clearer. Soon she was back in her room. The familiar surroundings brought a wave of relief and comfort. She closed the door behind her, feeling the warmth and safety of her home envelop her. She looked around, taking in the sight of her cozy bed and the soft glow of the lanterns. The butterfly fluttered above Lilia and then disappeared in a shower of golden light. It was a beautiful, magical sight, and Lilia watched in awe as the light sparkled and faded. She felt a deep sense of gratitude for the butterfly's guidance and the magic of the forest that had helped her find her way home. As Lilia drifted off to sleep, she realized that even though she had been scared, her kindness and courage had helped her find her way back home. She thought about the friends she had made in the forest and the adventures they had shared. Her heart was full of warmth and happiness, and she knew she would always cherish these memories. And she knew that even though she was alone in her room, she carried the warmth of friendship in her heart. The magic of the forest and the kindness of the creatures she had met would always be with her. She hugged her pillow tightly, feeling a sense of peace and contentment. She smiled. The magic of the forest and the friends she made would always be with her. She knew that no matter where she went, she would carry the lessons and the love she had found in the Enchanted Forest. It was a part of her now, a beautiful memory that would stay with her forever. Good night, little one. Sweet dreams. As the night settled in, Lilia's room was filled with a gentle, magical glow. She slept peacefully, knowing she was safe and loved. The adventures of the day had come to an end, but the magic of the forest would always be a part of her dreams.